it's Lisa from Lady Norway Energy Healing. I just have a little collective energies readings for today. It's the 25th of February, 2026. We've got I used the Energy Oracle from Sandra Ann Taylor, and I used the Tiny Tarot deck for some clarification, and I used the Ancient Stones Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. So we have the Thinking Woman that's come out first. Then we have under that is the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles, with the Ten of Wands underneath. And then when I put that deck down, the Six of Cups came out, so I've kind of got that there sitting there. It's kind of underneath it all, so I thought it was interesting. And then the Holy Mountain, soul calling, sacred journey, pilgrimage, and alignment. It's coming together, precision. I mean, that is beautiful. Am I right? So it just really sat beautifully underneath there with like that alignment card, that clarity. That's what we're seeking. When you think about clarity and alignment, that's what inner balance is. That's what resonance is. So I thought that was interesting. And okay, so the Thinking Woman is a 47 card, which goes down to an 11. That is a interesting one too, because 11 or 111, that's very much like, to me, an angel number, but it is talks about thoughts are manifesting quickly. So it's important that you can think yourself into you can spin around with thoughts, like no matter how much you think, sometimes you'll never get to where you need to be. You can overthink and get stuck in your head and stress yourself out, have anxiety. So this is saying here to me that keep your mindset clear and focused on what you want to see happen. And all those fearful thoughts that come along when you do kind of spin out, give those up to the divine for transmutation. Like, say to yourself, this is not good for me. These feelings aren't good for me. I'm going to release them to the divine source, whatever's bigger than, however you want to put it. And just keep focusing on the good within yourself. And if it's a situation when you're dealing with other people or circumstances, make sure that you're seeing the good within them too. You can always make that choice. But this is what the energies are, that things are manifesting very quickly now. Things are fast. In my reading, I had a lot of fast movement, a lot, like the Eight of Wands came up again. Like there's a lot of fast movement. And so we've just got to make sure that we're staying grounded and to keep our thoughts and the way that we feel positive. Try to keep as positive as we can. The Thinking Woman comes up, and the affirmation with that card says, I am open. I open my heart and my mind to my own inner wisdom. I am thoughtful, focused, and clear. So that's basically what I was saying in a nutshell. And it's also could be representing like wisdom and understanding, or like a teacher. It's giving me teacher vibes. Somebody that's going to help you with the situation, whatever you're going through. If this, obviously, with these pentacles underneath here, this Ten of Wands, some type of burden that you are releasing. I mean, 10 of Tens, that's a completion. And it could be related to your family of origin or relationships or, childhood stuff, maybe childhood wounds. But definitely someone who can help you understand your feelings. So maybe they can help you, whoever this is might help you come and like find your voice to be able to explain or articulate how you're feeling, which is important when you're sorting through things to get heal something. Sometimes you do have to be able to talk to somebody about it. So this might be this person for you. And it's about finding your voice and letting your wisdom shine. Like as you find your voice and as you speak how you're feeling, that's where you start to recognize, like, as you're remembering and waking up to certain things that you already know that are innate, like you already have that knowledge within you. And sometimes all it takes is somebody to kind of like help you do that. So this is what this feels like. And you, uh, excuse me, I'm just drinking my smoothie at the same time. Anyway, okay, so yes, we have to focus on the good. That's what that's also saying too. Like, and higher learning. I mean, she's holding a book. Higher learning, and also maybe the Akashic records are kind of coming through for me. That sort of frequency of the Akashic records, that sort of hall of knowledge. That energy is kind of coming through there too. The Ten of Pentacles. This is a representing the sign of Virgo. It's a 10. That's completion energy. It's also Mercury, and of course it's Pentacles, so it's earth element. It is about fulfillment. I mean, everybody has their needs met in this picture, and there's just coins floating around. You know, the dogs are happy. There's an elder. You know, people are communicating. There's a, you know, it's just that happy sort of like everybody is taken care of vibe. And you know, there's definitely success here, abundance, definitely a feeling of abundance. The foundational energy is here again too, with the Four of Coins beside it, beside this. That's that foundational energy. And so these family foundations seem to be good. Like, and I think that whatever this is, this burden, and maybe probably from back when you were younger, this things that are, you know, you've kind of overcoming, realizing that with that Seven of Coins beside that Four of Coins, it's about this like waiting it out, like in putting in the work, and having patience and perseverance, and really understanding that it is really important to get in touch with your feelings, and and be able to accept things for how they are and what happened and how they're happening, and just, you know, along the way, look after yourself and your family members or the people that you love, and accept them for who they are, and they accept you for who you are. And, you know, we just move forward, and we release this burden, this Ten of Wands. And I think that with that Ten of Wands there underneath, and that Six of Cups, it's like you are releasing that. Like at the end, I mean, this card looks like it's a pretty heavy load, and that character's hunched over, and he's, you know, he's pushing and pushing. And I think this holy mountain and this alignment card underneath of that is sort of that foundation of all of this work, that healing work that, you know, we've been doing for these last couple of years. You know, that this is it's going to be okay. Like, it's going to work out. This is what this is, this sacred journey, this pilgrimage. A pilgrimage, I mean, I always think about that, like going back and going to where my family has a tree that's at our, you know, it's in a place that is a special place to our family. And like to go back there and visit and take the time and make that a sacred journey. And I've called it a pilgrimage. And so I find like that's what we have to do. It's about creating sacredness in every little thing we do. And this soul calling, I mean, this energy of the soul calling, that's how we figure that out. When we tap into the inner, our inner heart-led intentions. It's about being laser focused. That's what alignment is. It's heart-led intention. And like this pilgrimage is like, I see it as, you know, like taking a journey and walking in the footsteps of, say, whatever, you know, a lot of pilgrimages, there's, you know, it's spiritual based. It's usually like a saint or a religious deity or somebody that's done something in the past, and you know, you're sort of walking along in their footsteps. going through their journey kind of, and then as you're doing that, you're kind of learning about yourself at the same time. And I think that's what, when I think about that, and as I go back to visit where my ancestors are at this tree where they have some of their ashes, and it's a special place, it's a sacred spot, it's important, and it's like going there, there's always something that I get from it, if it's just not connection, but it's I always take something away that I need. But it's about going into that journey, taking the time to sort of like, this is that whole thing about coming up again, about asking, what do I need? Now, I sort of did that today with this reading, asking about what do we need to hear for our highest good, and our highest good, the highest good of all, is what I usually do. But I haven't been doing that. I kind of asked for myself, but this came up today when I was looking at something, and it's like, what do I need? And just pull one card. What do I need? And sometimes, if you're in a caregiver role, or you sort of identify as someone that's, a nurturing, or like, it doesn't have to be necessarily to the point of people pleasing, but like, if you're the type of person that, people come to, and say with me being in a healing business, or in the healing arts, sometimes we forget to be able to ask ourselves what we need first. And that's just, I think this is just a reminder that that's come up. But yeah, and with the Seven of Coins there, it was like also Saturn, I think, is the planet that card represents, and it's Earth. But seven is about reflection. And so it's just being able to look at things and be like, okay, and then pull back and be like, how am I feeling? And then sort of identifying how you're feeling, and possibly the why. And sometimes it doesn't even matter why. It just is what it is. Go in with no judgment and be like, I'm feeling this way. And then it's like being able to go, now what, and then how can what do I need to give to myself at this moment? Do it, and then move forward. And there's Virgo. Virgo is the 10 of Coins. Mercury's in there too, so we're in a Mercury retrograde right now. The Capricorn card, the 4 of Coins, like, this feels, obviously fours are foundational energy, but someone or something is really holding on to something that is not working for them. And this is also kind of gives me hoarding vibes, like somebody that's just hoarding. It could be about saving money or planning for the future, but it feels like something is really hard to let go of, and that there's fear in there. And that's what I was saying earlier about releasing fear back up to the divine, and just like asking for help to be able to transmute that energy, so you can give that away, and you don't have to hold it, and you give it up to the divine, and it transmutes into love and light. And that's what that cycle is all about. And so that is what this 4 of Coins is saying to me. It's just sort of like, you've got to take care of yourself, but you also be able to recognize what's working for you and what's not. And then also this perseverance with this 7 of Coins has really been really good. This 7 of Coins is actually really feeling good. It's just reminding me, it's like saying, hey, you've done a good job, you're doing a good job. Don't forget to look at what you've created and how you've created it. And that pentacle that's between his feet there, he's kind of overlooking it. He's kind of focusing on just this one thing. And it's like, remember that all the things that you have already created for yourself and manifested for yourself, like, you're a master manifester. Like, keep on going with that. Don't forget, like, give yourself a pat on the back. And this alignment card of coming together, it's coming together, precision. It's laser focused, heart-led intention. So just remember that, laser focused, heart-led intention. And I think that's it for today. Yeah, so I hope this finds you well, and I think this feels like a good reading, another bunch of good energy coming your way. And so don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like more of this content, and I'm sending you lots of love and light, And don't forget to check out my website, www.ladynorwayenergyhealing.com. And what else is there? The smoothie's delicious. Thank you, husband. And also, yeah, just remember that you're doing a good job. And don't forget to remind yourself that you've come a long way. And let's just keep putting out high vibe stuff and thinking about the collective, the community, divine consciousness, that grid of love and light and world peace and all that good stuff. So yeah, we will see you on the next one. Ciao for now. Bye.